Someone is asking, what if you experience symptoms 24/7? I believe most anxiety sufferers have symptoms 24/7, most. And when I was struggling with anxiety, people who used to say, I only have symptoms at certain times of the day, I was just like, yeah, lucky you. Because me, my symptoms were there 24/7. There's no time I had a break. And when I had a break, let's say just 2 seconds of having that break, I was just like, the aha moment, like you're just like, okay, finally I've catched a breath. And I feel you, because most of the time having symptoms 24/7 is because of your habit of worrying, your habit of always thinking inward, your habit of always thinking about your situation, always thinking about anxiety, fighting anxiety symptoms. That's what you do most of the time. So what makes you think that you're not going to think of anxiety 24/7? It's a habit. You're going to think of anxiety 24/7, and you will find that most of the time you can't think of anything else apart from the anxiety subject. It's always anxiety. You're trying to focus on a conversation, your mind is anxiety. You're trying to do the house chores, your mind is anxiety. You're trying to go out, you're trying to go to the mall, you're trying to drive, your mind is always anxiety. This is because it's a habit that you have built. You're always thinking about your anxiety, you're always overthinking, you're always analyzing, you're always worrying. It's always anxiety. And this subject comes and occupies your mind because you don't do anything apart from anxiety. You're not living the real life with real things. You're not taking part in real things like, socializing with friends, going to work, engaging in your hobbies, going to that class, engaging in your skills. Even if you might be doing these things, you're still doing something about anxiety. You're still worrying, you're still overthinking, you're still adding the second fears. That's why you are thinking about anxiety 24/7. That's why you're having symptoms 24/7. And having symptoms 24/7 is not the issue. The issue is, what are you doing about these symptoms? Are you adding second fears onto them? That's the problem. Having symptoms 24/7 is as a result of your sensitized nervous system. But now you're already in the cycle. We are not going to focus on, okay, now why? Now our solely focus in, how do I get myself out of this? Are you still adding second fears? That's your question. That's the question you should pose to yourself. Are you still adding second fears? Because if you stop at adding, the first fear is not the issue, but adding second fears is what is fueling the cycle and is making you to think about anxiety 24/7. Start living your life and focus on something that is important, your skills, your hobby, your job, your kids, and see how the symptoms will gradually start to fade one by one.